Welcome Year 3 to your Tuesday maths lesson. Let's check you have what you need. So your maths book, a sharp pencil and your ruler. Can you write down the date under Elo in your maths book and underline it with a ruler? And then you've got a couple of activities to have a look at to complete. Well done. So today we're going to be having a look at finding change again. We're going to have another look at this. Today's lesson will be looking at finding change from more than a £1 coin. Okay, let's look at this activity first. So number 1, what is £2 subtract 50p? Now if we remember that 2 50p pieces is £1, that will help us. So hopefully you've got the answer £1 and 50p. Number 2, complete the additions to make £1 each time. Do you remember yesterday we were using our number bonds to 10 to help us work out these sorts of questions? So 40p and what makes £1? We know that £1 is 100p. So using our number bonds to 10, 40 and 60 make £1. What about 20p? 20p and what make £1? We know that 2 and 8 make 10, so 20 and 80 make £1. And let's have a look down here, slightly more tricky. 75p and 25p make £1. And 45p and 55p make £1. Well done. Okay, listening slide. Ron, this time, has £5 to spend. So he's probably got a £5 note. How much change would he have if he bought a milkshake that was £2? Now, a bit like yesterday, I'm going to exchange the £5 note into pound coins to help me. So if I was drawing this in my book, I would draw out 5 £1 coins, a bit like this. Now, if the milkshake costs £2, I'm going to cross out 2 of them because that's how much he's spent. And so now I can see that £5 take away £2 is £3. So therefore Ron gets £3 change. Let's look at B here. Now he's going to buy a donut with his £5 note. The donut costs £1 and 75p. So we're going to use a number line to help us with this one. Okay. Now, this time we are going to need to be really careful with our jumps because we've got pounds and pence. Yeah. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to get the pence here, I want to get it up to £1. That's going to really be helpful. So I'm going to do a jump here to go up to, oh, this is very tricky with a pen. Let me get my text box. I want to go up to £1 and 2p. Going to be helpful. So I've done my jump up to there, and so far that would be on 5p, wouldn't it? I'm not worrying about my pounds for the minute, I'm just getting this pence up to 100 to make another £1. Now I only got 80, let's do another jump because I know that adding on another 20p is going to get me up to that £1. I've already got £1 here, so what's £1 add £2? Sorry, £1 add £1, £2. Okay, but I know that actually Ron paid with a £5 note. So now I need to be adding on some pounds here. How many pounds will I need to add on to get us to £5? I've got 2. Another £3, don't I? And so £5 take away £1.75, we found the difference, and the difference is £3.25. And we can see that looking at the top of our number line, that is the difference. Again, a bit like yesterday, if you get very stuck on some questions later on today, this would be a really good slide to wind back to see the methods that we've shown you. Okay, I'd like you to have a go at one of these now. Okay, so again, Ron has £5 to spend. He's using a £5 note. How much change would he have if he bought an ice cream sundae for £3, and then B, some popcorn for £2.45? I would recommend for A, drawing out those pound coins to help you so you can see what's happening. And I would recommend for B, using a number line, just like I've shown you. Okay, off you go, pause the video. Well done. Okay, so let's have a look at A. We've drawn out the £5 coins. He's spent 3 of them, and he's got 2 left, hasn't he? So Ron would have £2 change. Tickety if you got that correct, well done. And now let's have a look at this one. So, with the popcorn, I would recommend using that number line to know. And we always start our number line with the cost of the item. We need to find the difference. Let me make my number line a little bit bigger. That's better. So, we're not going to worry about the pounds just for the moment. We're going to focus on getting this pence up to 100 to make another pound. That's going to be helpful. So I'm going to do a jump to make £2.50. Nice rounded up number. And so far I've added on 5p. Right. Now, I know that another 50 pence here would make a pound, because I know that 2 50s make a pound. So I'm going to straight away add on another 50 pence. Let's write it up here. Let's add on another 50. And then I know that I have actually got £3 now. Okay, we know that Ron paid with a £5 note. So I need to do another jump here, don't I now? Adding on some pound coins. So we want to get, and I know 3, 4, 5, that's £2 we've added on there. Okay, I found the difference. So £5 take away £2.45, the difference is, let's have a look at the top of our number line to help us. We've got £2, a 50p and a 5p. His change would be £2.55. Well done if you got that right. If you didn't, just have a look at where you went wrong. That's okay. This is the learning slides, isn't it? So just have a look at what went wrong that time. Okay, another listening slide. Let's have a look at another example here. So Jack buys a comic costing £4.55. He pays this time with a £10 note. Now, because I've got some pounds and some pence, drawing £1 coins to help me isn't going to be overly helpful. So I'm actually going to be using a number line this time. Now, if we have a look at the bar model, we know that £10 is what he paid with, so that's the whole part. We know that the comic costs £4.55, so that's a little part. We want to know how much change he got, which is what this question mark is. That's what we're finding out. So again, we need to find the difference. We're going to start with the £4.55 on the number line, and we want to jump up until we get to £10. So Am I going to be looking at my pounds first, or am I going to be looking at the pence first to help me? What do you think? Yeah, I'm going to be looking at the pence first to help me. So let's round that pence up to the nearest multiple of 10. So I'm now going to be having £4 and 60 pence, aren't I? There it is. And so far we've just added on 5 pence. Sign on there. Okay. Now we're going to see if we can get this pence value up to £1 to help us. Let's do another jump. I'm going to use my number bonds here to help me. 60 add 40 is to the next pound. So now I'm going to have £5 there, aren't I? Because this jump is going to be adding. And now I know he's paid with a £10 note. So 5 and what makes 10? Is it going to be £5 or 5p? Be careful of that today. It's going to be £5, isn't it? Don't get tricked on muddling up your pounds and your pence, because pounds are worth a lot more than pence. And now I can see what the difference is. So Jack would have how much change? Have a look, what do you think? £5 and 40 change. And that's what that part would be. Okay, right, I'd like you to have another little listen, because this time we've got a slightly different problem. Okay, so on our last question, we were working out what his change would be. Okay, on this question, let's have a look. Whitney buys some flowers. She pays with a £5 note and a £2 coin. Here is the change she receives. So this time, what do we know and what don't we know? Have a think. We know what she paid with, don't we? How much money did she give the shopkeeper in total? She paid with a £5 note and a £2 coin. She paid the shopkeeper £7, didn't she? Now this time we know how much change she got. What was that then? And 51 pence. But what we don't know is how much the flowers actually cost. So that's what we have to find out. That's what the little part's going to be. Right, let's do some calculating. Again, because I've got pounds and pence here, it's not going to be easy for me drawing out the coins instead. So we're going to use the number line today. We're going to need to find the difference. Right, a bit like what we've been practicing, keep watching. So we need to get this number up to the next multiple of 10. Okay, so at the moment I've got 51 pence. £1, and what's the next multiple of 10? 60 pence. Right, how many have I added on there so far? 1 and what is 10? 9p. That's what I've added on so far this time. Right, let's get this number up to £1. That will be helpful. Okay, 60 and what make 100, which is £1? Yeah, 60 and makes £1. I'm just going to pop the add sign there. Yeah, so 60 and 40 make the £1. So now I've got £2 there. Okay, how much did Whitney pay though? She paid £7, didn't she, for her flowers? So we need to get to £7 here. What's the difference between £2 and £7? £5. So now we've found the difference. Now we've worked out how much the flowers cost. Well, the flowers cost £5.49p. Can you see how we've done that? Okay, now it's your time. I'd like you to have a go at this, okay? So I'd like you to draw the bar model out in your book and calculate on a number line. Let's read the question together. Tommy pays for some oranges with a £2 and a £1 coin. So he's given the shopkeeper 2 coins. He receives this as change. How much did the oranges cost? Have a think about what numbers you're going to pop into your bar model and then have a go at drawing it on your number line to calculate. Pause the video and do that now. Well done. Okay, let's have a look. So we know that the whole part he gave the shopkeeper was £3 because he gave them a £2 and a £1 coin, didn't he? And we know that the change was 72p. Well done if you got that in your bar model. And the part we don't know is how much the oranges cost. So I would have started with your 72p at the start of your number line, and you needed to have got to £3. And if you've done your finding the difference correctly, you would find that the oranges cost £2 and 28p. Well done if you got that right. Oh, I popped in the answer there, look. So if you got a bit stuck on that one, you can check what I did to give you a hand. Okay, now it's your turn, so work through the activities. Off we go. Well done, everyone. And now for the answers. Super job. Post it on Dojo. Would love to see how you got on with that today. Bye-bye.